Game Day. Chuck, Zach, and Keaton Daniels with you as we are set for the district opener finally of 2023, and it's not going to get a whole lot bigger than the Longview Lobos playing host to longtime rival, the Lufkin Panthers.
Man, I am super excited. This brings back old days when I was in high school. That Lufkin-Longview rivalry game, and it doesn't get any better than this. You get an undefeated Lufkin team coming in to your own building. This is what it's all about.
I've never seen you wear purple. No purple clothing?
No, I work for Christus.
Okay,
Shepherd,
so you got that purple.
I got that purple.
Okay.
So
that's the only purple.
No, I play college football at Tarleton State University.
Oh,
so
never mind.
That's another purple.
Forget it, Keith. Forget it. I'm trying to pump you
but
up
not
about
much. Not much purple after that.
Your hate for the Panthers, and instead you're Mr. Purple.
I can't fight it. I'm a man that can't deny it.
We have a 2-1 Lobo team, and it's really, I guess, 1.5 in one.
Yeah.
They got a win over Marshall, and we got half a win last week in a weird, rain-shortened 28-7 win over Tyler Legacy. Officially, the Lobos 2-1. The Panthers are 3-0. This is very familiar territory. A year ago, Lobos were 3-0. Panthers were 3-0. They looked really good. They were bowed up. We're getting the Lobos down at our place. We're gonna go 4-0. 56-7 later. They didn't talk much.
Man, that game was an anomaly. You don't see games like that happen too often, especially with this long rivalry that we have. But it's a rivalry, and I'm sure you're going to talk about it. Longview has dominated in the past, and so hopefully we can continue that stress, because I think we're getting ready to start playing our best ball.
Well, I hope so. It's that time. If you're not getting ready to play when district starts, then you got a problem.
Yes.
But Lufkin again feels confident. I think they learned a lesson last year about 3-0 doesn't mean anything when you take on the Lobos. You better bring your A game. And instead they got the worst whipping in the history of the series last year, and I'm sure we're quite embarrassed. And if I'm Todd Quick, the coaching staff of the Panthers, I'm sure I didn't have to say much. I could have just put the score on the blackboard this week.
And I guarantee you, if you just put the score on the blackboard, you definitely didn't turn the tape on, because there wasn't a lot of good that you can take from on the Lufkin side of things.
No, Lobos almost picked up 500 yards of offense, and they held the star running back for Lufkin to just 78 yards. Mm-hmm. He's a guy that's going to Notre Dame. Yeah. He didn't even get 80 yards against the Lobos last year. So it was a dominating performance a year ago, but to talk to Coach King, we don't even talk about that. That was last year. That has nothing to do with this year, and we got business to take care of tonight.
Absolutely. The only thing Coach King is worried about is this game tonight. He's trying to go 1-0 in district, 1-0 on this game Friday night.
And here come the Lobos as they start running out of the tunnel. Always a good sign. Makes us know we're just minutes away from the start of week number 4. This is the 84th time these two teams have met, and the rivalry is a lot closer than you think. It's not like Marshall or Tyler Legacy. This is actually pretty close. It is a series right now that the Lobos lead 44-37 with a couple of ties. And really over the last dozen or so years, Longview's taken the lead in this series, having won 12 of the last 14 times they've played. So it's a lot tighter than people would think if you hadn't watched except for the last decade.
Yes, it's one of those deals that a lot of people, if you're tuning in, they definitely know the history of this game, and it goes back from earlier 2000s, from when I was in school. Lufkin had our number then. I remember when we played around Robin, when we played them twice a year.
Yep.
That one year we played them 3 times that year. So it's some things that you just unheard of, but it has that good feel, that Lufkin-Longview rivalry that is back.
Longview's won 6 in a row in this series. The Lobos have a 15-game home winning streak going. They've only lost 1 time in the last 37 home games. That was to Highland Park at the end of the 2020 season when they lost to the Scots 18-13. All right, we've got the color guard out. We're going to present the flags. We'll have the national anthem coming. With a moment of silence, we'll be quiet for a couple and let you take all that in, and we'll get you ready for starting lineups and the kickoff here in just a couple of minutes here on Longview Game Day.
Emergency medical personnel and the thousands of volunteers for their courage and commitment in the ongoing rescue and recovery efforts. Thank you. And now the LOBO band will play our national anthem. Tonight's members of the Longview High School JROTC Color Guard are Cadet Sergeant First Class Giovanna Shepard, Cadet Major Hector Santa Cruz, Cadet First Lieutenant Alan Trujillo, Cadet Captain Alexa Ruiz, and marching behind the colors tonight is the LOBO Battalion Commander, Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Rebecca Resendez, and Command Sergeant Major Jose Santa Cruz.
All right, captains heading to the middle of the field. The 2-1 Lobos, the 3-0 Panthers. As we get ready for the coin toss this evening. And my old eyes finally made me just yield and go ahead and buy binoculars, if you can believe this. I haven't had to do this ever, and here we are. It's Najarian Young, Javion Robertson are two of the captains out there, along with Bryce Fuller and DeAndre Drish are the four captains for the Lobos tonight in their obviously historic green and yellow and white. Panthers sporting their white and purple road uniforms.
Elected to the further option of the second half.
All right. Lobos
Longview will receive
are going to take the football first after Lufkin won the coin toss, and so Longview will be on offense to start things.
Tonight's officials.
Lufkin coming into this game with wins so far this season. Over Tyler Legacy, they won 31-7. Nacogdoches, they beat 47-28. And last week they beat A&M Consolidated 24-7. Historically, that's a pretty big win. I don't know if A&M Consolidated is as good as they've been in the past.
Yeah, I got a chance to watch that game a little bit. They actually came back in the second half to win that game. It was kind of a back-and-forth game for the most part, but it was a game that Lufkin was able to pull out. So for them for me to see Lufkin battle back and win that game, to come back and win, it shows me that that team is made up of all the right things, and they're going to play you with a lot of heart tonight.
Here's the offense for Longview tonight. Fernando Longoria and Caleb Reinhardt, two offensive tackles, will start this evening. Jacoby Watts and Jamorian George are the guards. Davion Morgan is going to be the center. Cedric Mitchell will be the tight end. Wide receivers are Ethan Harrison. He's number 17. Number 11, that's DK Reese. Mason Washington and Taylor Tatum are scheduled to start in the backfield tonight, and Andrew Tutt will be the quarterback. For the Panthers defensively, they'll have 54 Conrad Cooper, 11 Jordan McClendon. They're the ends. Zion Williams, number 96, guy to keep an eye on. He's a monster at 6'4", 317 at the nose. Linebackers are 7 Isaiah Menifee and 16 Keithan Davis. Juan Lara and Caden Hooper are the inside linebackers. Kenneth Timmons, Evan Young the corners. Amarion Campbell and Michael Mosley are the safeties. We are ready for opening kick. Panthers to boot it off. That is Nolan Hansard, his kick. Short, caught at the 22-yard line, and looks like we may have him stepping out of bounds. He stepped out of bounds or fair catch call that?
I'm not quite sure about that. He just waving his hands, kind of like he called a fair catch.
All right, well, we gave you the starters. They'll start at the 22-yard line, will the Lobos. For Andrew Tutt, 17 of 27 on this season. 435 yards, 4 touchdowns, biggest number for him, no interceptions.
And that number is big. One thing about Tutt, he seems like he's starting to play a little bit better each week.
DK Reese wide in this formation. Ethan Harrison to the right. Taylor Tatum in the backfield along with Tutt. First down, it's a handoff up the middle and maybe a couple.
Interesting start there by us. The spread, start out with the spread. That's a look that Lufkin has seen a lot throughout this season so far. So Coach King kind of knows how that team is going to line up into that formation.
Well, we can do this because we guess it was the fair catch. That ball actually was placed at the 25-yard line, not the 22. So no gain for Tatum on first down. Second down, another handoff to Taylor. Nothing doing. He's in trouble. He'll reverse field, and he may get a little room here. 30, 35, and hurdles to the 40-yard line for a first down. He made a bunch out of nothing. Timmons on the tackle, and there's a flag down at the 31-yard line. That may be a problem.
Yeah, well, anytime you get a big-time cutback like that, sometimes you may get a block in the back or something. But that was a big-time run by your RB1, Taylor Tatum, and cutting it back against the grain and tried to jump over the defender. I don't know if Oklahoma is going to like that, but, man, you got to be careful there.
So they had the flag down at about the 31-yard line. So Harrison get called for a blindside block. It'll stay second down as they'll mark off the 15-yarder. So from the 30-yard line where that infraction happened, we go back to the 15 and make it second down and 20 now.
That's tough because they outlawed their rule a few years back. So knowing that they're taking the physicality of that play out of the game, you got to be smart, especially with this type of game. You don't want to have self-inflicting penalties to get your team behind on the down and distance.
Second down and 20 now at the 15-yard line. Tutt goes under center. He's got Tatum behind him. He'll hand off to Taylor. And again, trying to backtrack his way out of trouble and just could not get away. It'll be a loss of maybe 1 or 2. Marion Campbell on the tackle, and that brings up third down and 20 now.
And that 3-man front, it looks like they had some blitzing just coming from all around, all over the place there. They read run very quickly and reacted.
Lobos a little out of sorts to start things. Out will go Taylor Tatum. Into the game comes Buster Mumphrey, who's had an outstanding start to the year. 99 yards this year on 21 carries through the first 3 games, or 2.5 games. He's in the backfield now. Reese going to be split out wide right. In the shotgun, back goes Tutt rather. He's got some time, got a man, but he overshoots Reese at the 33-yard line. It'll be fourth down for the Lobos.
Yeah, that ball just sailed over him a little bit. Looks like he was trying to get it over the linebacker's head, which he did. But DK, your 6'4" receiver, just wasn't able to come down with that pass. as he had some daylight, because if he caught that, he had room to run, and that would have been a first down for the Lobos.
Braden Murphy goes back to the 50-yard line for Lufkin. John Montevilla standing on the 1-yard line, snaps right to him. He's got time to kick it, and he gets one off a lazy kick, comes to the 45 and takes a Lufkin bounce out of bounds on the Longview side of the field. And Lufkin's going to start with a short field, which has been really one of the only problems for the Lobos this year. Short fields have resulted in points for the opponents.
Yeah, so puts the defense in a tough situation here. They're starting out with the ball on their side of the field, so they have to D up very quickly to be able to stop them and keep Lufkin from scoring.
So it'll be at the 43-yard line. That's where Lufkin will take over. First down and 10. We'll set them up here in a second. It's TJ Hammond's the quarterback, and on first down, he hands off to Kedron Young, and Young, who's heading for Notre Dame, goes for about 6, 7, maybe 8 yards, and it'll be second down and about 3.
And he's a good-looking back, good-looking kid. He's their top back, so you gotta. He can make a man miss, so you got to be able to tackle him in space. That is key tonight for the Lobo defense.
Gain of 8. Second down and a couple. They'll play out of the shotgun. Young to the right of that quarterback. TJ Hammond, their senior, 6'1", 250. Another handoff to Young up the middle, and he's going to have a first down as he crosses the 30 to about the 29-yard line. And they'll move the chains.
Patient run there by the running back. He was able to work his way through our line and get his way for a first down before he was able to get hit there.
Defensively, Zarius Shepard, Billy Smith of the ends. Arion Harper's in the middle. Chase Smith, Jamerson Derensburg outside backers. Brendan Reese, Kason Brooks on the inside. Jaden Simmons and Javion Robertson are the corners. Willie Nelson, Buda Garrett are the safeties. And one more handoff to Young as he tries to pick his way up the middle. Nothing doing as he gets stood up around the 29-yard line. Arion Harper was in on that tackle. It's going to bring up second down and 9.
Now, one thing that I have seen from Lufkin, if something works, they're going to continue to keep running it. They're going to continue to keep running that same play. They're not afraid to run it at you, as we've seen 3 straight times
and
to start the game.
Really making it where the Lobos can't substitute people out. They're not huddling. Everybody stays at the line of scrimmage. And now quarterback Hammond looking over to the sideline. Single back there is Kedron Young. He's had the first 3 carries and will do one more. Looking to sweep left, avoids one tackler and gets taken down at about the 22-yard line after a gain of 6, and it's third down and 3 coming up.
Patient run there by him. He had his blocker set up for him. He was able to, once he got engaged, he was able to jump inside, carry the next defender for about a good 5 yards there.
Their offensive line has Tavarian Foreman on the left tackle. Jordan Nichols, watch him. He is about 300 pounds at left guard. Matthew Chavez is their center. Rico Rose, the right guard. Daniel Torres is the right tackle. Kevondrick Taylor, Braden Murphy, and Christian Preston are the receivers. And with 2 men in motion, well, they got a flag now. There it comes. Delayed handoff, and Young's going to be taken down for a loss back at the 28-yard line. In on the tackle that time for the Lobos, number 31, that's Kason Brooks. We'll sort out the 2 men moving at the same time.
Legal shift, offense, number 5. That penalty is declined.
Yeah.
It's fourth down.
That worked well for Longview. While the 2 guys moved, they continued on with the play, and the Lobos were able to knock Young for a loss all the way back to the 30-yard line. Or excuse me, the 26-yard line.
And that was an excellent stop there by the defense, kind of putting them in a no-man's land. Ball inside the 30, so they're going for it on 4th and long here.
Harper hustling off the field, 4th and 7. One back again, back to pass, and a toss going toward the goal line a little bit high. Buda Garrett was on the coverage over there as Lufkin was intending to try to get that ball to number 18. For them, that's Christian Preston, and instead it's incomplete. And the Lobos will get the ball at around the 26-yard line.
Excellent stop there by the defense, only giving up 1 first down that drive. It looks like on the 4th down, it looked like we had a little bit of a cover 2 action. Buda Garrett was over the top. He had to make the quarterback make a throw over, a big-time throw over him that it just wasn't able to reach the receiver. So that turns the ball over on downs for the Lobos. and gives the ball back to us.
All right, so first down. Tatum on a little reverse, trying to reverse his field. And Lufkin's defense right now is all over Taylor Tatum. They are not going to be fooled by anything going to number 2. It's going to be no gain and second down and 10.
I can tell you real quick, their scouting report was fine too. Wherever the ball snaps, find him, and they are doing that and rallying to him. But that right there, Coach King has a method to that. If they're going to continue to keep doing that, he's going to set up a play action, or he's going to set up something else to whether it's Buster or Boosie later on in the game.
All right, second down, Tut back to pass, looking to his right, got a man, that's Harrison, catches it at the 35, and is slung down at around the 44, but not before he picks up 18 and a first down.
Hey, that was an excellent route there by Ethan. It looks like he kind of faked like he was blocking, and then he sailed on an out route. I would have loved to see him keep cutting it up and keep getting positive yards, but nonetheless, that was a big-time first down, as that was as Longview's biggest play of the game so far.
First down Lobos as they get their first down. Ball at the 44. Again, single back, that's Tatum. We'll pitch it to him coming left. Got a little room this time, and he runs right into and over a defender. Takes the ball very close to the first down at the 46 of Lufkin. And they're going to start moving the chains, a gain of 10.
Excellent play call there by giving it to your best player in a quick toss. It looks like the way Lufkin was lined up. We was lined up in trips formation. Lufkin was not able to get lined up right because once he got to the outside, once he got that inside receiver got that block, it was smooth running for a first down for Taylor Tatum.
At 10 yards is the only 10 he's got. 4 carries, 10 yards. Buster Humphrey checking into the game now. He's to touch right. Offensive line's done a nice job. Humphrey going to get the carry here as he just lowers his head and goes to the 42 for a gain of 4.
Couple first downs by the Lobos. Kind of got the offense. It has your offense moving right now. The offensive line is starting to getting a little comfortable, starting getting their rhythm, and they're starting to play their style of football right now.
5:11 to play first quarter. We're scoreless right now. Longview is showing their first signs of life offensively with a couple of first downs. Rocky Stewart going to split out wide right. Reese, bottom of the screen, handoff. This is up the middle. Boosie in the game, and he's going to go to about the 38-yard line, where it's going to bring up third down in a couple.
Yeah, he was not going down easily. He was keeping his feet moving. He got positive yards there to bring us up to a third and short. Third looks like about 2 here.
Tell you what, it was good to see him in the game last week.
Absolutely.
And while he didn't have a lot of carries and a lot of yards, you could feel the impact of him being in the game. Just 4 carries, 18 yards, but he got a touchdown out of it.
Oh, yeah.
Third down and short. Handoff to Mumphrey as he squeezes through there and falls to the 34-yard line for a first down.
Yeah, Boosie, going back to the Boosie comment, watching him in pre-games earlier, he came and tapped me on my shoulder, and he had a bounce to him. So, man, I'm looking forward to seeing him in the second game tonight back for us.
You know, it may not have been a bad thing to only get a half in last week. As much as you want to see everybody play, we walked out of that game healthy. Boosie got to break a little sweat. Maki got to play a little bit last week. Some of these guys that hadn't been playing, Willie got back from the staff and got a half in. Nobody got overexerted, and the Lobos should come in fresh. First down at the 33-yard line, and here we go back to the ground and right up the middle again. And this is going to be Taylor to about the 29-yard line for a gain of 4 more.
Yeah, it's all positive gains now for the Lobos. Their offense is cooking right now. They're rolling. They're feeling good. They're getting 3, 4 yards, 5 yards a pop right now.
Tyreek Tennyson coming into the game. Mr. Mumphrey checking out. Second down and about 6 at the 29-yard line. We've had Mumphrey carry it, Tatum carry it, Boosie carry it. We've had balls that have been thrown to DK and to Ethan. Handoff, blitz coming, and they made the blitz at the wrong time. Taylor Tatum right up the middle, all the way down to the 7-yard line as he went right past the blitzing Panthers and picks up a first and goal on a gain of about 22.
Oh, yeah, excellent blocking there by the linemen. I think your guard he had a double team, and then he was able to get to the second level, and that opened up the hole for Taylor to almost score for us.
They tried to run blitz that time and made the mistake of coming upfield a little fast. and Taylor went right by him. First and goal at the 7, back to the ground, back to Taylor, picking his way inside the 5 to the 4-yard line. It'll be second down and goal. Clock rolling, 2:30 left to play in the first half.
Juan Lara making the tackle.
And it'll be second down and goal at about the 4-yard line. And Brendan Reese, I think, is checked into the game as a blocking fullback now. He was in that last play. I thought I saw 34 in there, and sure enough, he's out there again.
Oh, yeah, he's getting a little double duty, playing on both sides of the ball right now.
Speaking of that, so is Jamerson Derensburg. He's in the game as well. Second and goal. Derensburg coming behind the center, and we got whistles before we get going. And a flag down.
False start.
And we move.
Offense number 66. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
They're going to blame Cameron Murray for that false start. So back to the 9-yard line, or we'll do it again. Second down and goal. Murray checked in the game a play or so ago. Maybe it was Reinhardt that may have lost his hat. All right, I formation. Hand off to Tatum, right up the middle. And another helmet comes off. This time it's big tight end Cedric Mitchell loses his hat.
Tatum on the carry.
And Tatum got the ball back up around the, we're going to mark him at the 4-yard line. So back where we started the last play, and now it's third down and goal.
And if this is third down, 3rd and 4. To me, this is 4 down territory here. If I'm Longview, I would still run the ball here. Try to give me at least a couple of yards, if not break it, to get a touchdown here.
DK back into the game. Reese stays in. This is 4 straight snaps for Brendan Reese being in. Third down and goal. Hand off to Tatum, stretching left. He's got a little room. He'll put the ball out, but he's not quite going to get there. They'll mark him down at the 1, and we've got 4th and goal to go.
And this is a statement. This is a statement here by Coach King. You want to play physical football right now, and you want to show Lufkin that it's going to be a long night. So you definitely want to go for it right here.
All right, Reese comes out.
On the stop.
Big play early. 4th down, goal to go. Panthers trying to hang on here. Lobo's trying to punch this in. Multiple tight ends in for Longview. Taylor Tatum, the deep back, will give it to him again. He'll power his way across the goal line, and the Lobos are on the board first with 1:15 to play in the first quarter on a 1-yard Taylor Tatum touchdown run, his 6th of the season.
Hey, that was a statement drive by Longview to cap off with a touchdown on the 4th and goal. Coach King knows that this team, you can't settle for field goals against this Lufkin team. When you got a chance to put up touchdowns, you definitely want to do it, and he definitely did that by his way, and that's running the ball right up the middle on them, and he's trying to wear that 3-man front out if he can.
All right, we'll put the point after try up. John Monsaveus getting ready to kick. Andrew Tutt, the holder. Make it a 7-0 lead, 1:14 left. Kick on the way. That's up and good. Lobos up 7-0 as we take our first time out. Back in a minute on Longview Game Day.
And now at OR, we want to buy your used vehicle and we'll give you guaranteed top dollar for yours. And if you prefer to trade, even better, with massive savings on every new vehicle at OR Cadillac GMC in Longview.
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries. And home and auto insurance from State Farm. Combine and save.
Talk to State Farm agent Charlene Ingram today.
All righty, welcome back. 7-0 Lobos with the lead. I'd give you the drive that time, but we're having a little trouble with the old iPad tonight. We can do stats, we can't do drives. So unfortunately, I can't do that one for you. We can tell you it's 7-0. Here's the kick. Monsaveus with a line drive down to the 1-yard line. Grabbed up there. That is Murphy, the 20. And still driving forward. He'll go down to about the 29-yard line, where the Panthers will take over with 1:05 left to play in the first quarter.
Braden Murphy on the return.
I apologize for not having the drive.
Jemias Morrow on the
Bumps me
tackle.
out. All right, first down at the 29-yard line. So far, the Panthers have been all Kedron Young and a pass attempt.
And if Longview, I would love to see their D-line up front. Love to see them start playing with their hats behind their ears and start getting behind make them play behind the downs here.
And they'll hand it off again to him. And tell you what, the Lobos are all over him. Derensburg's in there on the tackle. And I don't know who's on the bottom of that, but Jamerson was on one of the first guys to get there and put the hit on. And now it's second down, and they lose a yard. Second down and 11.
Yeah, that play was initiated by number 99, Billy Smith, and Derensburg. So that was good. Right on cue there by the defensive line, getting them in the second and long situation here.
40 seconds to play in the quarter. Second down and 11. Out of the backfield will come Murphy. Pass, got a man open, and the ball's tipped around and dropped. Back there on the coverage, Willie Nelson, and for just a minute, they had a receiver open down the field. They were aiming for number 8, Commandrick Taylor, their leading receiver. He's got 8 catches, 205 yards, and 3 touchdowns. And that's the kind of pass they usually throw to him. He's averaging about 26 yards of reception.
And that was great about Willie breaking it up. It looked like we was in cover 2. And right now he's lined up at corner. With it being third and long, he's lined up at corner right here at the bottom of the screen against their best deep play receiver here.
Yeah, they actually moved Buddha back down into the slot, moved Willie back to safety. Oh, they've got him down here, okay. Third down, rush coming. Quarterback in trouble. There's a flag down. Boy, he got popped as he let go of it. Pass is incomplete as Hammond threw the ball, but he got popped just as he released it. There is a flag down that was thrown right toward the line of scrimmage.
And it was thrown initially too, so curious to see what the call was as Willie.
Holding.
Offensive holding. They'll decline that bad boy, and instead it's going to be fourth down.
Excellent stop there by the defense, going 3 and out. Willie jammed that receiver that time because he knew where they were trying to go in the third and long situation.
Hammond 0 for 3 throwing the football right now. He's come into this season 37 for 63, 675 yards, 6 touchdowns, and no interceptions. He's been outstanding this year. He had a 370-yard game against Nacogdoches. But tonight, can't get there.
Yeah, tonight he's facing his toughest competition, his toughest defense that he's faced all year long here.
Nolan Hannard to punt this. It turns over. Willie'll grab it at the 37-yard line. Trying to go far side of the field. Got a block. No flag. Cross the 50, 40, 35, 30. Still going inside the 20, and they'll get him down at about the 16-yard line.
Excellent punt set up there by the Lobos. I guarantee you next time they're going to set that up, they're not going to kick it to Willie Nelson again. But he ran it all the way across the field, and a good thing for us. And he got a stiff arm. Got a stiff arm to be able to break loose to get us down inside the 20 as we break to the end of the first quarter there. Longview is cooking with the ball.
Willie, who has struggled returning punts this season, got it going there. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 16 when we come back. First quarter's over here on Longview Game Day.
When I was a child, one of my favorite Bible stories was David and Goliath. Sadly, if you or your loved ones are involved in an accident, the insurance company and the lawyers who represent them are Goliath. For over 25 years, myself and my partner Marty Young have stood between you and Goliath. The insurance companies know the difference between Godarzi and Young and all others. We hope you never need us, but if you do, we're here to help.
Our offense was dominating this year. Fast, powerful, virtually unstoppable. In fact, the only slow member of the team was me. When I was sidelined with ankle pain, it put the whole season at risk. So, just like when my players need the best care, I turned to a proven provider. Now, I'm back in the game.
Get the care you need at physician-owned Baylor Scott & White Texas Spine and Joint Hospital, or visit tsjh.org to find a specialist today.
All right, welcome back. 47 yards on the punt return for Willie Nelson. First down at the 16 for the Lobos. They lead 7-0 as we start quarter number 2. And on first down, how about Taylor Tatum? Skips by one defender inside the 10 down to about the 7 for a gain of about 8.5 yards.
I'm actually quite surprised there, but I'm not surprised. Coach King he's taking what they're going to give him. He wants to punch them right in the mouth. He's not going to get cute, try to throw any play action or any passes at him. He's running right through the teeth of this defense.
Taylor Tatum, 11 carries, 56 yards. Oh, what a great move. He'll back his way into the end zone. And it's touchdown number 2 for Taylor Tatum. Lobos up 13-0 on the second play of the second quarter.
Yes, Taylor hit the linebacker or the safety with a little hezzy move and had him dancing a little bit, and he just ran that ball straight into the end zone, pretty much untouched, to get the Lobos up 14-0, well, 13-0 with this extra point looming.
Tell you what, you talk a little bit about star running backs. We've seen a runner from heading to a USC from McKinney in the first game of the year. We're seeing a runner heading for Notre Dame on this game, and Taylor Tatum, I think, rises to the challenge every time. Acevedo with the point after. It's a 14-0 lead. We'll take a quick break. We're coming right back to Longview Game Day.
House party? We got you covered. Office meeting? Come on, treat them right. Game day? You know we're here for it. Get your taco, nacho, or fajita bar today, only at Juicy's Taco.
All righty, welcome back. Lobos with a 14-0 lead. As what looked to start this game like Lufkin was up for it, so far Longview has said, no, I don't think so.
Absolutely. Their defense on their first drive, getting the ball in our field position. We bend but didn't break, only gave up one first down, and we were able to stop them on the fourth down, and it's been all Longview ever since.
I'll tell you what, short kick. Kevondrick Taylor took it and only got back to about the 25, 26-yard line. That Lobo kick return team, which had one bad kick return they gave up 2 weeks ago, has been rock solid ever since.
Yes.
All right, so ball's going to be down at the 26-yard line. That is where Lufkin will start.
Love to see what they come out in, and if they come out in a different look, which they're actually spreading the ball out a little bit, or got to spread it with a trips formation to the top of the screen.
All right, first down, handoff, Keaton Young, and tell you what, it's going to be a long day if they're going to just keep pounding the middle like that.
Yeah.
Those big guys inside, Billy Smith in particular, on top of that, gain of 2, second down and 8.
Yeah, I'll take Billy. I'll take Billy Smith over any D lineman in the district, man. He's been playing great ball for us this season.
Hammond back at quarterback. Looks quick, toss out into the flat, caught, and breaks a tackle. 35-40, to the races we go. Lobos are not going to catch Braden Murphy. He's going to take this all the way to the house. You're pointing backward. What do we see? I don't see any flags.
Hey, we got a flag on the play there. We do. Down there at the 41-yard line.
I see it now, right on the sideline. Well, the Panthers are going to lose their minds. That is right at the feet of Todd Quick.
You definitely look like on the replay you got a holding call there. So it's definitely look like it's coming back. Lufkin fans are not going to like that. They think if they're playing in Longview, they're getting cheated.
Yeah,
but I'm looking at the replay, and I'm going to call a spade a spade. He was definitely holding that time.
Now they got the ball in space. Murphy made the catch. He broke the tackle, and then that hold helped him get the sideline, and there was no catching him.
Offense number 18.
And they got the wide receiver out there, Kershawn Preston, with the hold. And so they're going to mark this from the spot, which was about the 41-yard line, I guess. So we're going to mark this back to about the 40-yard line. So we're going to mark it back to the 30. and we'll make it second down and just basically repeat the down with about a 2-yard difference.
And you get a glimpse of, if you don't tackle this Lufkin team, they got some explosive kids that can get out there in space and take it the distance in one play.
I think that'll wake folks up. Handoff. This time Young's got some space, and he'll have a first down to the 38-yard line.
Young on the carry.
So the touchdown's
Willie
off the
Nelson.
board, but Young picks up the first down on the carry.
For the Lobos.
And back to the ground they go again. Young slips as he tries to make a cut. Maybe got a yard, that's all. Second down and 9.
Chase Smith on the stop.
Good stop there by the defense. The running back did not have any room to run, as he was only able to get a 1-yard gain there. So the defense was able to come back after giving up a first down run. Was able to come back and answer it and stop them on that drive, on that play.
Second down and 9. We're down to 9:54 to play in the first half. Fake the pass. Fake the handoff. Throw out to the flat to Walker, and that's going to be a little bit shy of the first down, it looks like.
Excellent tackle there. It looks like that was number 21, Thomas Roel. Was able to make a tackle there in space, but it brings up a 3rd and short here.
That is Taylor with the catch.
Or Brian Peoples, I'm sorry.
But it brings up 3rd down and about a yard. Second completion now for Hammonds. Ball's at the 47. Back to the ground they go. Spinning out of one tackle and just fighting his way for the first down. They had a defender that was in the backfield with Young but couldn't hang on. And that's why the kid's going to Notre Dame.
Yeah, Chuck, you took the words right out of my mouth there. He made a play when it wasn't there, and he was able to get the chains moving to get Lufkin into a first down.
Yeah, Chris Smith was the first guy back there, but just could not get the tackle secured.
And Lufkin is going back to their traditional formation, to the way that they started out the game with the 2 backs in the backfield here.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. First down, back to pass again. Again, going to the flat. Lobo corner's just going to have to come up and make tackles, and that time they do. Jaden Simmons.
Good physical tackle there by him. He was on the island. The runner didn't have nowhere to go but through him, and he was able to kind of hold his own there and be able to get him out of bounds.
Yeah, that was Murphy, who's the one who took it to the house a while ago. He gets stopped for no gain. Now it's second down and 10. Jaden Simmons playing over on that far side. Javion Robertson near side. On second down, a little low, slow developing handoff that time. Not looking like full speed, but waiting for the hole to open was Kedron Young, and all he gets is 2 yards, and that's all. And it's going to bring up 3rd down. Jameis Morrow on the tackle.
That was a way to field there by your linebacker there, number 31, Kason Brooks. He was able to take that block on and let his other teammates come in and field, and to able to stop them for a minimum gain.
8:18 to play in the half. There's a big 3rd down and 8 now for the Panthers. Just across the 50-yard line. Lobo's got ears ready to go as they're pinned back. Expecting a pass. Here it comes. Pass rush can't get there. Pass is high, intercepted. Picked off at the 31-yard line. There's that man, Willie Nelson. To the 40, still on his feet. The 30, and he'll be driven out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. And all of a sudden, it's becoming the Willie Nelson show.
Hey, the quarterback, he throws his first pick of the season, so you know who Mr. Man himself, Willie Nelson, is having a heck of a first half, especially when he get the ball in his hands, as he has one thing on his mind. He's trying to score, and he gets Longview cooking. Looks like we're back almost in the red zone here.
The 27-yard line on that return. So he's got a 47-yard punt return and now an interception return of about 43 yards, and Willie Nelson is flipping his field around.
Yes, indeed. Excellent pick there by the defense, being able to combat what Lufkin was trying to do on the play action there.
Lobo's back to the ground to Taylor Tatum, runs into defender, spins out, but cannot get away from 54.
Taylor Tatum on the carry.
And it'll be second down after a gain of maybe 2. It's Cooper Conrad on the tackle.
Conrad making the tackle.
Taylor didn't have anything going there on that time.
Actually, saying a gain of 1, so second down and 9. Clock at 7:27 and counting. 14-0. Lobos with the lead.
I think with the momentum that we got going on here, I wouldn't be surprised. Well, we're still in the gun, but we can go play action out of this. You got Taylor Taylor in the slot.
Yeah, he is. Back to pass. Tutt looking to his right instead. Lofts one up. Running under it. Oh, and can't quite get it.
Oh, man.
Can't quite get there. Long run for Taylor Tatum. He came from that slot on the left side and just got fingertips on it and couldn't haul it in. And that's one he's going to tell you I should have had.
Yeah, I mean, perfect play call setup. I mean, we just talked about play action pass. We had Taylor in the slot. We had exactly what we wanted. The ball was laid up right there perfectly. And just a little bit, I think Taylor probably just didn't know where he was at in that end zone at that time. And so the ball just kind of got away from him.
I'm going to do this. I think he almost overran that a little bit. Yeah. He was going full speed to get there, and I think he overran it. Andrew Tutt going to keep it this time. Little quarterback keeper, and he's going to go inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark him down right on the 10. How about that one? Spread him out, and Andrew Tutt runs up the middle and picks up 16 yards and a first down.
Hey, one of the first times you see Tutt on the design run this year, but he's showing that he's very capable of it. And he's a tough kid, man. He's somebody that's playing with a lot of confidence right now, and rightfully so. He deserves it.
They'll put the sticks down. It'll be first and goal inside the 10. 6:55 left to play in the half. Taylor Tatum, who was out for a play, back in for this one. Instead, they go to Buster Mumphrey. Buster pushing to about the 7-yard line, where it'll be second down and goal. This drive started following the interception by Willie Nelson. And now we've got second down and goal, and I think we got an injured Panther down in the ground at around the 6-yard line. So with an injury on the field, we'll take a quick timeout. We'll come right back to Longview Game Day.
I am Emily Kidwell Ramey, owner of SIG Ramey Insurance. Thank you for voting me Best of East Texas 3 years in a row for insurance agent. I am an independent agent. I shop the market for you. I specialize in home, commercial, auto, and life. Insurance is foreign to most people. You have to have an agent that is going to look out for your best interests in the coverages that you may not know that you need. If you do not have an insurance agent that is working for you, I would love for you to contact us. We're located on Judson Road. Just look for the green door or call me at 903-235-5658.
The LOBO store has been a mainstay of our football program for many, many years. It's important to us because it gives our fans a place to go to get merchandise. They want to wear to games and different events, but also LOBO store creates money for our booster club. And all that money, 100% of that money goes towards our kids. So please go support the LOBO store. It's a great place to meet up and socialize, buying tickets for the week or for the season, and they look forward to seeing you.
In Longview, see your good neighbor State Farm agent Charlene Ingram for your insurance and financial needs.
All right, we are back. Unfortunately, injury on the field, and we won't speculate anything. All we can tell you is Zion Williams was the player that was down, and they are helping him to the sideline. Williams, the big 317-pound nose tackle for the Panthers. He'll be replaced by, we would expect, Elijah Alexander, who's their backup. But you hate to see that. You hate to see it with any player on either team, any team, having to leave the field with an injury, but we're fortunate he didn't have to have the cart to get off the field. The coach is helping him off the field, which is at least a little bit of a better sign than our fear that they may be coming out with a cart to get him.
Yeah, playing a game like this, you hate to see anything like that, and especially one of their big-time enforcing players, a very pivotal part of that three-man D-line front. So they're going to have big shoes to fill in his absence.
All right, so he's off the field. We'll get ready to roll again. Second down and goal, ball at about the 7-yard line. Panthers trailing 14-0 and are really looking at a a place they don't want to be. Familiar from last year, down big and potentially down really big at halftime.
And it definitely, if it definitely goes in our favor, it's something that happens so quick.
Yeah, it really is. Willie Nelson, 47-yard punt return, 42-yard interception return, and he has set the Lobos up here in this second quarter. He's really been a difference maker. His play, the last play of the first quarter, was the punt return.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. 2nd and goal from the 7. Back to the ground. No, it's going to be Tutt with a great play action and just keeps it himself.
Hey, Tutt wanted some action. He had a either the throw in front or he had to run, and he settled for the run. He settled for the safer play here as nobody touched him. As we had the play action pass there, and that score pushed us up 20-0.
Where is this coming from? Andrew Tutt, fleet of foot.
Yes, indeed. Giving all the other teams and districts a little bit of more film study to have to prepare for.
We'll go down and hold for Montevideo. The kick is up. It's 21-0. 2 big runs for Andrew Tutt. A big 3rd down run and a big 2nd down touchdown from 7 yards away. Lobos up by 3 scores. We'll take a break here on Game Day. We are back, 21-0. Lobos with the lead over the Panthers. And Lufkin's had nothing for Longview so far tonight. Their offense has picked up just 40 yards against this Lobo defense. Short kick, gathered in at the 24-yard line. Got a little bit of lane, but stepping out of bounds at around the 35-yard line. That is Walker again, or Taylor rather again, excuse me, on the kick return. And it'll be a 1st down for Lufkin with 6:26 to play in the first half. Of course, yesterday, a bit of an upset. McKinney North knocked off Lancaster. We're going to be in Lancaster next Friday night. We were expecting a matchup of a couple of teams that were going to be maybe vying for the district title. It doesn't mean that Lancaster's not going to be, but McKinney North all of a sudden is somebody to keep an eye on.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a lot of teams did not expect that. But maybe Lancaster is looking a little bit too far ahead there.
Well, they're 1-3 on the year now. Of course, they've had a tough non-district schedule.
Absolutely.
1st down to the ground they'll go, and nothing doing. Ooh, Buda Garrett comes up and hangs onto a leg. Caderon Young down for a loss of a yard. It's 2nd and 11, and the Lobo run defense is figured out. Make sure you know where number 3 is.
Yeah, excellent open field tackle there by number 10, Buda Garrett. Was able to make a tackle for loss there as the defender was, the running back was trying to bounce off of tackles there, but to give the safety enough time there to get him tackled there.
He went for 235 and a couple of touchdowns against A&M Consolidated last week. Had a 91-yard run. Here we go, bouncing it wide. That good patience. He'll cross the 40-yard line to about the 41-yard line. The combination that time of Jaden Simmons and Brendan Reese on the tackle. And it's going to bring up 3rd down.
This is a very pivotal drive for Lufkin. They need to score, being down 3 touchdowns here with the ball with 5.5 minutes left to go. They need to score here. Need to try to get Longview not to score, and they get the ball back in the second half to start the second half.
That's a lot of things you're asking for.
That's
there.
a lot of things, but hey, it's all Longview, and I'm all Longview too. So
3rd down and 4. Back to pass. Looking around, rush coming, throws under duress out of bounds as TJ Hammond can't find anybody. It's 4th down.
And I tell you what, when you put the ball in the quarterback's hands, that's a win for Longview, because that Lufkin's strength is running the ball. And I think if Longview have to continue to keep making them pass, and that's a win for them all day long.
He is 2 of 6 for 8 yards and an interception. That is a far cry from the nearly 700 yards he's thrown the first 3 games of the year.
Absolutely. I tell you what, we got one man back returning this punt. I guarantee you everybody know who that is.
He's not deep either. He's around the 30-yard line. Their kicker, Hannard, from the 33. Got a pretty good kick. Kicks it away from Willie. It hits at the 30 and goes down to about the 22-yard line. That's where the Lobos will take it with 4:53 left to play in the first half. Well, that's the safest thing you can do. Punt it away from Willie Nelson.
Absolutely.
The Lobos will take over 22-yard line with, again, just under 5 minutes left. Stat-wise, Longview's got 8 first downs, 101 yards rushing, 18 yards passing. Lufkin now 3 first downs, 38 on the ground, 8 passing. All right, back to the offense. Go the Lobos. Longview coming into this, averaging 186 on the ground, 164 through the air. But again, that's with 1/2 a game they didn't play last week. Tutt back to pass. He'll find Tatum. Makes a move, 25. Another move, 30. Got a first down to the 33-yard line. Gain of 11.
Yeah, anytime Taylor gets the ball in open field and nobody's nowhere near him, it's good luck for the defender trying to tackle him, especially if it's a DB.
Yeah, I don't want that coming at me. If I'm a DB.
No, not at all. You better ask for some help real quick here.
Taylor walking off a little slow after that play. Boosie Washington into the game. 4:30 and the clock running here in the second quarter. First down, 33-yard line. Boosie's going to go into the slot. DK outside him. Mr. Mumphrey in the backfield. Washington in motion, will fake it to him. Back-to-back's Tutt. He's got a man deep. It's Harrison and just misses him at the 31-yard line. He had him open, and if Ethan had flattened out that route just a little bit, he may have been able to grab that post.
And Tutt couldn't step into that throw here as he was under duress, but he did an excellent job of getting that ball out of there. I think as we've seen, his timing is getting a whole lot better there as he was able to get that ball out there in front of his receiver.
Did it feel as though he was expecting him to go further up the field and Ethan took it a little bit more across the field?
Yeah, and he did the safer thing by throwing it out away from the defender too as well and throwing it up the field.
Rocky Stewart in the game now. He's wide left. Empty backfield, and we're going to have a flag. In fact, we'll have 2 of them with 4:08 left to play here in the half as the Lobos move a little early.
Yeah, the center just botched the snap as he forgot what the snap count was on as we was running motion.
So a false start by Longview. I'll move it back 5 yards and make it second down and 15 at the 28-yard line. Longview has pretty much done what they've wanted to do. I haven't seen any place where they feel like, we can't do A, B, or C.
Mm-hmm. Yep, after that first drive, we've been cooking the rest of the way here.
They are really using backs in different places. Again, Boosie out wide right this time. Tutt fakes the handoff, goes middle of the field, behind, but caught by Maki Stewart. He goes down right at the 43-yard line, and very close to the first down, maybe a half yard shy.
Hey, that was an excellent read there by Tutt. As he was looking at the inside, he saw the defense was just in the soft zone as the receiver was able to find an open spot, and Tutt got it right there into him for almost a first down.
Yeah. Third down and a yard. DK coming out of the game now as he slow walks off the field. Third down and 1. Back in the game, Taylor Tatum will give it to him right up the middle, looking for the first down. Boy, he didn't have it, and then he does have it. Elijah Alexander, who has come in for Zion Williams, got there first and actually pushed Taylor backward, but he couldn't get him to the ground, and Taylor goes to the 44-yard line for a big-time 2-yard gain.
Hey, and he's showing you why. He's showing you why he's as advertised as being a top back in this country. Not making the first man miss as he was tackled, and he was definitely short of the first down. He was able to shrug off a big old defensive lineman and fall forward to get us set from the first down and get us cooking inside close to 3 minutes to go in this first half.
Chains move again. Clock 3 minutes. Handoff again, Taylor Tatum off left guard, just powering his way to the 48-yard line for a gain of 4 more.
On the carry.
And this is exactly, if you're John King and that offensive staff, Chris Valerie and others, this is what you want to do, is just exert your will. Taylor a little slow getting up. This is the second time he's slow walked to the sideline. I don't know if he's going to come out. Now they're going to say, yeah, you got to come out now.
It's good to see him getting back up here. With this 2nd and long here, I wouldn't be surprised if we settle for, get us a pass play, get us something out in the flat to get us going. A quick bubble screen, because as Lufkin is playing soft coverage.
And we move again. Tight ends wanted to go early that time, Cedric Mitchell. And we're going to go back 5 yards.
Offense number 93.
That's 2 of those on this drive.
Still second down.
So instead of being second down in about 6, we'll do second down in 11. They had problems in week 1 with the false starts. They had a bunch of them, 7, I believe, in week 1 against McKinney. It's probably part of the reason they lost that game, is they kept having drives get stalled out. They've been pretty clean the last game and a half, but we're back to it a little bit here. Oh, Tutt again. What a nice fake by Tutt, who's going to be real close to the 50-yard line. I'm a little bit surprised about what we're doing here. Chris Valerie is going deep in the playbook on stuff with Tutt all of a sudden becoming a weapon you have to worry about moving forward.
Hey, that's something that you got to kind of chuckle at a little bit, because we haven't seen that play call all year long, and that was definitely an impressive look.
There are critics who say that the Lobos don't go deep in the playbook, that they're boring sometimes. They're not tonight. They have brought out some stuff tonight.
Yeah.
To the 49, Tutt back to pass. He's got some time. He's going to throw this one up. Oh, there's no defender back there. Caught at the 20-yard line, and that, I believe, is boosting into the end zone. It is for a touchdown, and the Lobos are up 27-0 on the 51-yard touchdown pass.
I believe, man, this Longview offense is cooking right now. Tutt found a wide-open Boosie Washington on the wheel route. Nobody was covering him, I think the defender, they was playing man-to-man coverage. Defender just got lost.
Ooh-wee. Tell me they're boring. They're doing it all tonight.
Yes, indeed. They're looking like the Texas Longhorns did after the first game. It was kind of slow in Manila. They got to Alabama and opened it up.
Montevideo with the point after. We'll make it 28-0. 1:19 to play in the half. Timeout here on Game Day.
And now at OR, we want to buy your used vehicle and we'll give you guaranteed top dollar for yours. And if you prefer to trade, even better, with massive savings on every new vehicle at OR Cadillac GMC in Longview.
Welcome back, 28-0. Lobos with the lead. Montevideo kick this one to the goal line. They're going to take it out. And not going to get very far. Well, I think Murphy should have thought better of that one.
Yeah.
He could have put up a hand and gone to the 25-yard line. Instead, they'll start at the 19. Hey, coming up at halftime, by the way, certainly we're going to have the bands for you from both sides. But the East Texas Food Bank pantry raid between Lufkin and Longview, they're going to announce which school district raised the most money for food for their community and their food bank. So we'll hopefully get the word on that at halftime, but we are looking forward to that, as well as the halftime performances, certainly, from both bands. So 19-yard line, first down and 10. 1:12 to play in the first half, and not trying to do anything cute. They go to Young, who gets across the 20 to maybe the 23-yard line. Fights his way a little bit further to the 25.
Tough physical run there. As Lufkin looks like they're just going to settle to run this clock out here. as they don't want to give Longview the ball as we have under a minute, 50 seconds left to go in this half.
2nd down and 4. One more time to Young, and boy, he got hit right at the line of scrimmage. Again, he keeps moving forward. Same kind of thing we saw with Taylor Tatum. Just keep driving those legs. He has not had a chance to get into space at all today, though. And it's a 3rd down and 1 coming up with 30 seconds left.
Zarius Shepard making the tackle.
We'll have a 3rd and short. Of course, we remind you, Lufkin's High School Panther Band will start us off. George Little, their director, and then the big green marching machine under the direction of Rhonda Daniel and assistant band director Grant Woodson will take the field. Last week, they didn't get to watch the Lobo band because of lightning that really ruined the entire halftime of homecoming. Well, we're going to take a timeout with 8 seconds left here as I think they saw something they didn't like, and we want to make sure they don't give up a big play on the last play of the half.
Yeah, you can't take the timeouts in there. So when you see something unusual, you don't want to give up a gimmick play to give Lufkin any type of momentum to get the ball back and try to score.
Of course, this isn't the only game going on in district tonight. We know Lancaster, McKinney North was last night, with McKinney North getting the 28-21 win. Tyler and North Mesquite are playing tonight, and West Mesquite is at Forney, and we're going to see Forney in 3 weeks. Forney's the real deal. Absolutely. So far. Now, they may be putting up pinball kind of numbers on inferior opponents, but their numbers make you stop and pause for a second.
Yeah, Chuck, that's a team that's going to come into the game with an offense that's playing with a lot of confidence. They feel like they can score with anybody and rack it up very quickly, and rightfully that's what they've been doing all season long. But
they lead the district in just about every offensive category.
No, for sure.
And of course, we played short of half games, so it's not fair to compare. Here's another handoff, and on what will be the last play of the first half, it would actually bring up a 4th down. Clock's going to run all the way. Well, they stopped it with a 2nd. The Lobos take a timeout with 1 second left.
Timeout. Longview.
Sure did.
Their 2nd of the half.
They'll take the 2nd timeout, and now it's 4th down and about 2 back at the 27-yard line. Okay. Well, I mean, all you got to do is take a knee if you're Lufkin, and you're going to get the 1 second out of the way. But
I was going to say the same thing, too. Because they're running the offense back out there.
Yeah. Well, and I don't quite get the timeout. You got a 2nd to go. You're up 28-0. It's 4th. I don't quite get it. If you had about 5 or 6 seconds, I'd get that. I'd understand that, and maybe you'd force Lufkin to have to kick the ball away or run around or whatever.
And he was trying 1 second. Yeah, he was hoping he had a little bit more time to call that timeout. He was signaling for it. It's just the official, he didn't get it till late.
All right, so the Lobos will bring in a couple of fresh bodies. One of them, of course, Billy Smith back into the game. He was on the sideline. Also 41 coming in. That's Isaiah Horton. So now with 4th down and 3, we'll see what Lufkin chooses to do here. You would figure just take a knee, but no, they're going to hand the ball off. Why not? And the last play of the half would have been a turnover on downs because Kedron Young didn't get to the 1st down. That's the end of the half, though. 28-0. All right, Panthers, you were unbeaten. Mm-hmm. You're going to have to go back in and figure out what's going on, but right now the Lobos are being the Lobos. They lead by 4 touchdowns at the half, and it has been a dominating performance in half number 1. Longview with 11 first downs, 210 yards of total offense, 116 on the ground, 94 in the air. They have held Lufkin to 4 first downs, 46 rushing yards, and 8 passing yards in the first half. Only turnover, a Willie Nelson interception. It's been that kind of half.
Absolutely. It's been all Longview all night long. Ever since the first drive, that's the only thing that we haven't done well tonight. We've taken over the game ever since then, and we look locked and loaded to start district.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. We're going to turn off our mics. The bands are about to take over, and we're going to let you enjoy the halftime. We're going to go grab a Chick-fil-A and come back for half number 2 in just a couple minutes. Lobos 28, Panthers nothing here at the half on Longview Game Day.
Ladies and gentlemen, please turn your attention to midfield, where Longview High School and Lufkin High School principals and student council members are joining the East Texas Food Bank for the pantry raid announcement. 1 in 7 East Texans, including 1 in 5 children, struggle with hunger today. This is the first year that both schools have held pantry raid competition to raise funds for each of their respective communities. The East Texas Food Bank would like to thank Longview ISD, Lufkin ISD, the students and donors who have worked to make this event successful. This year, both schools collected a total of 3,127, which will provide 15,638 meals. The winner is Longview ISD. Thank you to everyone that helped the East Texas Food Bank fight hunger and feed hope.
Lufkin ISD is proud to present your award-winning Panther Pride Drill Team. Officers from left to right are Lieutenant Emily Autry, Lieutenant Kennedy Haythorne, Lieutenant Emily Zhang, Lieutenant Ashley Hernandez Rojo, and in the center our Captain, Miss Macy McManus. Senior Sergeants are Haley Caldera, Megan Gomez, Agustina Mazzano, Maritza Rios, and Sky Wyckoff. Stars of the week are Rihanna Card and Allie Brown. Panther Pride is under the direction of Miss Jonna Conrad. Assistant Director is Miss Haley Carlisle, and JV Drill Director is Miss Debbie Hemphill. Tonight, the award-winning Panther Pride will entertain you with a sensational ladder routine to the hit song, Evil Ways. Ladies and gentlemen, may we present the Lufkin High School Majorettes. This evening, the Majorettes will perform a twirling routine to the Beach Boys' iconic hit, Fun, Fun, Fun. And now, under the field direction of senior drum majors, Ms. Callie Lawrence and Mr. Nathan Elliott, the Lufkin High School Panther Band will perform a precision military marching routine to Legacy Fanfare, Bravura March, March Ponderoso, and Symphonians. Ladies and gentlemen, please make welcome to the field the Lufkin High School Panther Band. Ladies and gentlemen, the Lufkin High School Panther Band. Band members of the week are Melanie Robles and Gerald Pineda. Directors of the Panther Band are Mr. George Little, Mr. Brandon Beavers, and Ms. Aubrey Ann Clark. Thank you for your courteous attention during tonight's halftime performance, and go Pack!
Ladies and gentlemen, the Longview Independent School District is proud to present to the field for 59 years the 2023-2024 LHS US. Officers this year are, left to right, Senior Lieutenant Allison Reed, Senior Lieutenant Ava Wilcox, Senior Lieutenant Haley Sanders, Junior Lieutenant Jayla Beecham, and in the center, your captain, Senior Emily Gerald. The Vuettes will now entertain you with their Screamer Jazz to Take My Breath. Duet of the week is Senior Farrell Woods. Spirit Girl of the week is Senior Jenny Trong. Teacher of the week is Mrs. Elizabeth Jackson. The Vuettes are under the direction of Mrs. Debbie McGowan and assisted by Mrs. Meg Lawrence. And now, the 2023 Longview High School Majorettes will perform a dance twirl routine to Burn. Ladies and gentlemen, under the field direction of drum majors Layla Johnson, Christina Guerrero, and Lainey Weber, the Longview Independent School District proudly presents the award-winning Longview High School Lobo Band. This is the Big Green Marching Machine. heavy hearts that the Lobo Band honors our beloved former principal, Mr. James Brewer, this evening. For 17 extraordinary years, Mr. Brewer shepherded the students of Longview High with wisdom, compassion, and unwavering care. He led by example, showing us the meaning of integrity through his fair and thoughtful leadership. Mr. Brewer's deep commitment to our school community was surpassed only by his devotion to helping every student thrive. His patience, empathy, and sound counsel steered countless young lives onto brighter paths. Mr. Brewer was a tremendous and very vocal supporter of the Lobo Band, and we will miss his presence on the sidelines during each of our halftime performances and in the stands at all of our competitions. Though his loss leaves an immense void, Mr. Brewer's spirit endures in all those he mentored over the years. As we mourn, may the gift of his memory also bring us comfort. Please join us now in quiet reflection as we celebrate Mr. Brewer's life with this performance of Amazing Grace by the Longview High School Lobo Band. And as Mr. Brewer would always say, go Lobos. All right, Lobo fans, on your feet as the big green marching machine marches the Rockin' L off the field. The students and directors of the Lobo Band would like to thank all parents, community members, and LISD for their continued support this season. We would also like to thank our sponsors for this year, Jodoc Office Outfitters, Chick-fil-A, Whataburger East Texans, Longview Regional, and Sorian Hoover LLP. Thank you for your kind attention to tonight's performance. Go Lobos!
Referee Mike Stack.
Well, how about that for a halftime?
Man.
Especially the tribute to Mr. Brewer.
Yeah, I wish everybody had a chance to see that on the big screen, on the jumbo screen. Very well played by Longview Lobos, by the band department. Being able to be able to see a smile on Mrs. Brewer's face, I take it she was very pleased too.
Been a tough summer. Hopefully we're getting a little bit better fall as we you never move past, but hopefully we get better.
Absolutely.
Anyway, we're getting ready for a second half of football. Lobos with a 28-0 lead. And as impressive as our lead is, we mentioned it the first half, the Forney Jackrabbits, they're not being nice. Last score I saw when I went to grab a bite to eat during halftime had Forney destroying West Mesquite 55-0. That was a halftime score.
Halftime, wow.
So it looks like Forney's about to continue to be unbeaten. The Tyler High Lions also playing today, and they were leading. Last score I saw from them 21-6 over North Mesquite. So if all scores hold, Longview and McKinney North, Tyler, and Forney will all four be 1-0 after the first week of district. We still got to do a second half, and we're about to. John Monsaveas kicking off for the Lobos, and it'll be a short kick down to around the 15-yard line, and out to about maybe the 21, 22-yard line is where Taylor returns the opening kick of the second half, and we're off and running. Chuck Zach, Keaton Daniels with you, coming at you live from Lobo, where it's 28-0, all Longview in the first half.
Yeah, and that tackle was made to you by none other than number 6, Willie Nelson there, who's capped off a good first half. Anytime he had the ball in his hands, he was looking to go to pay dirt with it.
All right, so the ball's going to be at the 22-yard line as we start half number 2. TJ Hammond, the quarterback of the Lufkin Panthers, who've got to figure out how to get some offense now. They're going to start on the ground. Kedron Young, who's their big guy, had a very slow first half, but a pretty good first play as he steps out of bounds at the 37-yard line, a gain of 15 yards on the first play of the second half.
And I was kind of curious to see what Lufkin was going to come out with, and it was a little bit of the same. But this time the running back, he was able to bounce it out to the outside and get a good first down to start the drive off for them.
For Kedron Young, first half, he had 46 yards rushing on 16 carries. He had 15 on that one, his best gain of the night. So it's first down for the Panthers at the 37-yard line. Back to the ground they go, and this time going left into the 40-yard lines as far as Young's going to get this time. Is in the backfield and taking him down, Brendan Reese, number 34 for the Lobos. Chase Smith in there as well.
Chase Smith was able to recover and get that tackle. He was able to get outside, but he didn't let him get too far.
So a gain of 3, second down and 7. As we are early in the second half. Darius Shepard, Billy Smith, Arian Harper, the defensive line, Chase Smith, Jamerson Derensburg, Brendan Reese, Kason Brooks, the linebackers, Jaden Simmons, Javion Robertson are the corners, Willie Nelson, Booty Garrett, the safeties. Back to pass. Hammond, a little bit high, and that one caught. He actually missed what we thought was the intended target.
Yes.
Instead got Murphy, who's going to go down the sideline and out of bounds inside the 10. They're going to try to figure out where to mark him, and they'll put him on the 10-yard line.
I guarantee you, it was just the receiver was in the right place at the right time, because he missed the running back that was out there in the flat, and he was just there waiting on it, and he almost scored with it.
50-yard pitch and catch. Panthers have really their first scoring threat of the night. First down and goal right on the 10-yard line. Braden Murphy's had a couple of big plays. One called back because of a hold earlier that would have been a touchdown. That one goes for 50. Young in the backfield to the right of Hammond. And of course, we'll hand it to him on first down, and nothing doing. It was Chase Smith that kind of cut off the lane and drove him back to the middle of the field. Kristen Williams in there on the tackle. Big defensive nose tackle. Gain of a yard. It's second down and goal. Lobos running different players in and out on the defensive side tonight.
Trying to keep the D-line fresh, especially on long drives like this.
2nd down and goal. 3 receivers set. They've got a slide and a little bit movement, I think, bobbling middle of the line. They may push Lufkin back 5. Yep, there it is.
Number 72.
It's a dead ball penalty. They've actually been pretty clean tonight. They have not had a whole lot of penalties, but that's an inopportune time for the Panthers as it pushes them back to the 14-yard line, and now it's 2nd down and goal.
So key for Longview here is to get a good stop here, make Lufkin have to throw the ball.
Yeah, they're not going to on this one. Back to the ground, and Young's going to get taken down back. Or ball came out at the end of that. Longview's saying they got it, but the officials don't seem to be agreeing. Kason Brooks is really the first one there to put the hit on.
Excellent stop by Kason Brooks, able to fill from his linebacker role to being able to give up a minimal gain of 1 yard.
Well, they're bringing in a whole new defensive set, basically. 5 new players coming in on what's now going to be 3rd down and goal back at the 15-yard line.
And so with this sub package coming in, you got Willie playing corner right here. He's on the island, looks like playing by himself. Looks like Mr. Royale, the safety, is playing, got his backside.
3rd down, not a down that the Panthers like. Back to pass, Hammond going right. Got man coverage, intercepted. Picked off near the goal line, and the Lobos are going to take it back again.
Look like Jaden Simmons with the interception there.
Simmons' 2nd interception of the season. Lobos with 2 tonight. They came into this game with only 2 interceptions on the season. They've got 2 in a little more than a half. And a Panther drive dies at the 3-yard line, courtesy of the 2nd interception of the year for Jaden Simmons.
Excellent stop there by the defense, playing well, playing on fire tonight. Being able to get inside the red zone, but not giving up any points so far, as they're still pitching out a shutout. 4th down, but able to come up with their 2nd pick by Jaden Simmons that time to give Longview with the ball. Looks like we got a little bit more than 95 yards to go.
You don't think John Berry wants a 0 up there, do you?
Oh, he definitely wants a 0.
All right, Lobos back on offense. Ball at the 3-yard line. 1st down, handoff, Taylor Tatum. And he's just pushing, and now we're playing rugby across the 10 to about the 12 or 13-yard line. That's almost a full 10 yards. In fact, they're going to move the chains.
Absolutely. Hey, start out the first play of the drive with the inside run. You definitely want to see what type of heart Lufkin got, and Longview's definitely they got that answer with them able to push that pile and get a 1st down off of that.
Well, and you ask about what kind of heart they have. How disheartening is it for Lufkin? They're down there in the red zone with a chance to at least cut into this lead and maybe try to work their way back in. They turn it over, and then Longview just stuffs it down their throat.
Absolutely. Self-inflicted wounds there. Lufkin is definitely unhappy with the process, with the way that it didn't come up on their end.
How about Taylor again trying to spin off a guy and cannot get away at the bottom of that pile, that big nose tackle who came in for the injured Zion Williams. It's Elijah Alexander, and it'll be a gain of maybe a yard, 2nd down and 9. Taylor Tatum having himself a game. 17 carries, 82 yards, and 2 touchdowns. But the shocker tonight has been the 3 carries, 29 yards, and 1 score for Andrew Tutt.
Yes, they've unleashed him to start the district play out, and he's playing with a lot of confidence right now.
2nd down and 9. We'll play action. Back to pass, Tutt. Oh, and he threw that one just terribly into the ground. I don't know that would have gone anywhere. Buster Mumphrey was the intended target, and he had a defender right on him. Safety Amarion Campbell was with him, and now it's 3rd down and 9.
Looks like he wasn't able to get himself set. Threw the ball into the dirt to live to play another down here.
Andrew 4 of 8, 94 yards and a touchdown. Of course, he had one dropped in the end zone by Taylor Tatum in the 1st half. So 3rd down and 9 now. Clock getting down to about the 8-minute mark here of quarter number 3. Passing situation, Tutt gonna keep it. Why not? Up the middle he runs. We called his number a minute ago. This time he gets to maybe the 18-yard line, and it'll be 4th down and 6.
Longview's having to punt for the 2nd time tonight here. They started out kind of like how they started out the first quarter of the game here.
Now, fans always want to go for it. They want to not go for fourth down here, but want to throw on that kind of play. You're up 4 scores. You know the defense knows you got to throw. It really takes away advantage of surprise, and so they played it safe. Boy, Monteveus with a beautiful kick. He booms this one over the head of the punt returner, and it's going to roll down inside the 30 and be downed by Tutt at the 28-yard line. Well, that's a big kick.
Big kick there, flipping the field position, giving Lufkin 70 yards to have to drive down and hopefully to try to score.
That's a 55-yard punt by Monteveus.
Big time punt there by him.
Well, he got every bit of that. Best kick of the year as he pins him all the way back to the 28-yard line.
It's more impressive when he did it without the wind blowing at all, too.
Yeah. All right, so Lufkin back on the field. They wasted a good drive on the first possession of this half, and they go to Young and nothing doing. Lost a yard, 2nd down and 11.
It looks like Lufkin is just playing a very conservative approach. Down 4 scores here. Looks like they're just trying to do anything not to put the ball in the quarterback's hands, at least to start it out on 1st down.
Which, you kind of get the feel, if you want to do that, you're basically conceding. You're not going to make 4 long drives, you would think, on this Lobo defense in the second half.
Especially when you're taking upwards of 20, 25 seconds off the play clock each.
Boy, they go back to pass that time, and almost like Andrew did on our possession last time, he just short hops that one as Hammond's throw is way short of his intended target, Krishan Preston, and it's going to be 3rd down and 11.
That's a throw he definitely wish he had back. Nobody was really in front of him. He just wasn't able to step into the throw.
3 of 9, 58 yards. Remember, one of them was a 50-yarder. Back to pass, Hammond again. Rush coming. They couldn't get to him. Now they're going to chase him down and pull him down at the 27-yard line. In on the tackle, Brendan Reese. And it's going to be punting time for the Panthers.
With the keeper.
Getting in 3rd and long situation there, and Longview the defense, especially the D-line, they're going to pin their ears back, and they're going to rush and try to get to the quarterback and try to have a party back there in the backfield.
6.5 to play. That's a quick 3 and out, and Willie Nelson is going back. He's got company back there with him this time. He's back around the 40-yard line. Who have we got? I got Willie and Buddha, I think, are back there. Here's the punt. Oh, that's a line drive. That's a low one. Hits at the 50. Buddha runs up to get it and at least keeps it from losing more yardage. He'll get it at the 45-yard line and probably save 10 or 15 yards just by running up and grabbing that on the bounce.
It's good to see. It's good to see Buddha Garrett able to be aggressive to go get that ball. Tried to make a defender miss. He just made the most of what he could, but it wasn't much that he can do with that one.
In contrast to the punt a few minutes ago by Monteveus, that one good for 22 yards, excuse me.
Coming out here in good field position. Be curious to see what type of play call Coach King got up. I tell you right now, you got Taylor in the slot. Defenders playing off of him a good 10 yards.
1st down, Tutt back to pass, got DK, hit him on the slant, breaks 1 tackle, breaks the 2nd tackle, breaks the goal line. 1 play, 55 yards, and the Lobos are up 34-0.
Welcome to the party, DK Reese. You make most of your catch. You go to pay dirt, nobody touches you. You take the score to the house to get the Lobos on the board, and we're up now 34-0.
Reese, who came into this game, 9 catches, 237 yards, and 4 scores, picks up his 5th of the year. Last year he caught 13 passes, 192 yards, and 1 touchdown. He has already eclipsed touchdowns and yards, and we're into the 4th game of the season. Snap a little low, Tutt gets it down, however. Kick is good by Monteveus. And the route is on, 35-0, 5:49 to play in the half, or in the 3rd quarter rather. We'll take a break. We'll come right back to Longview Game Day.
In Longview, see your good neighbor State Farm agent Charlene Ingram for your insurance and financial needs.
Our offense was dominating this year. Fast, powerful, virtually unstoppable. In fact, the only slow member of the team was me. When I was sidelined with ankle pain, it put the whole season at risk. So just like when my players need the best care, I turn to a proven provider. Now I'm back in the game.
Get the care you need at physician-owned Baylor Scott & White Texas Spine and Joint Hospital, or visit tsjh.org to find a specialist today.
We are back 35-0. One play, that was an easy drive. One play, 55 yards, and a touchdown. This one goes into the end zone. Monteveus feeling it now, too, as he booms one about 7 yards back into the end zone. Tut, 5 of 9, 149 yards and 2 scores. Reese with his first catch of the night. He's got 1 for 55. Boozie's got 1 for 51. Ethan's got 1 for 18. Maki Stewart 1 for 14. Taylor's got 1 for 11. We're spreading the ball around, which is what you want if you're a Lobo fan.
Hey, we're showing the district, not only do we have this one player to keep your eye on, but if you keep your eye on him, we got some other players that can exploit you real quickly.
Has Andrew Tutt grown into this job or what?
Oh, he has. He's playing lights out tonight.
All right, so from the 25-yard line, it'll be first down Lufkin. They trail by 5 scores now. Hammond back to pass. They'll dump it out to Murphy. And, boy, I tell you what, Lobos can't get him to the ground, but they stop his forward progress after a gain of about a yard, and it's second down and 9.
Excellent stop there by the initial tackler, I believe, was Casey Brooks. Longview is bringing in their defensive package here.
Jamerson Derensburg checks back into the game, pass rushing end on the far side. They'll go back to the ground to Young, who goes inside Derensburg and falls forward to about the 34-yard line. It should be third and a yard.
Yeah, this is a different package that you normally typically don't see. You got Buda Garrett playing closer down into the box. You got Willie playing his old position at cornerback on the outside.
Yeah, they marked him back a little bit, back around the 33. It's actually third down and 2. Clock running, under 5 minutes left to play in the third quarter. Lobos have a 5-score lead. Backward pass, Murphy. Now, excuse me, that's not Murphy. That's Preston. And he gets wrestled backward. They didn't get near the first down. It's going to end up being fourth as they lost a yard on that.
Yeah, Chase Smith came and finished them off, being able to not allow him to get any more yards here. It brings up fourth down.
On the stop.
Yeah, and they go back to fourth down and 3. And, you know, at some point in time you say, we got to go for it here, because what's the difference between 35-0 and, 56-0 if you want to play it that way?
Absolutely. You got to play it down.
Yeah,
Lufkin.
Lufkin's got to play. They're going to have to, training staff going to help get out the field. For a minute, let's talk about this defensive coaching staff. They have given up, coming into this game, 59 yards a game on the ground. Teams are averaging 2 yards a carry against Longview, 90 yards passing a game. Now here's a weird stat. We have the district's worst 60% completion against our secondary. Okay?
Yeah.
We have the district's best no touchdown passes. So we're allowing catches, but nobody's gone to the house against the Lobos this year on pass defense.
It's been but don't break philosophy.
That's right.
You're keeping everything in front of you. You give a little bit, and that's just the nature of the game. You're going to give up some plays, but when it comes time to keeping points off the board, that's what they've been doing good so far.
All right, well, we're going to get a punt here, as the injured player was the fullback, Bakari Murphy. He walks off the field with a little help, and now it's Buda and Willie back around the 40-yard line. Last punt by Hannard was not that good. He had a low-line drive. He's going to punt now from the 32-yard line. He's back inside the 20. Oh, boy. Ball's a bad snap. He's going to have to go down and fall on it back at the 6-yard line, and in effect another turnover. And this one's going to put the Lobos knocking on the door with 4:05 left to play in the third. First and goal at around the 7-yard line.
Well, things are getting ugly really quick here for the Lufkin Panthers as a botched snap or a bad snap just gets away from the punter. He didn't have a chance to catch that ball, and that gets us the ball inside of the 10-yard line. Up already by a big margin.
By a big margin, and about to get bigger, it looks like.
Yes, sir.
That's, again, it was going to be a turnover. Longview was going to get the ball on the punt, but instead they have a 7-yard field and not a 70-yard field to deal with. We'll see how long the starters stay in here. It looks like Boosie's in the backfield as the deep back. Tutt still at quarterback. We're handing off to Buster Mumphrey. He's going to get in from 7 yards away. Another one-play drive, and it's now 41-0.
Yeah.
Takes it in for a
lot of what's been happening all night long. Longview just having their way. Their one-play drive here as he scores from inside the 10-yard line.
I'm not wanting to belabor this, and we still have a quarter and a half to go, but Lufkin came in puffed up.
Yes.
They were 3-0 and puffed up.
Yes.
Thinking this is our shot here. We've got the Lobos now. They've lost the game. Instead, Longview has put their boot on the neck of the Panthers. It's 42-0. Monsiváis with the point after. Here's a timeout. We'll come right back to game day.
I am Emily Kidwell Ramey, owner of SIG Ramey Insurance. Thank you for voting me Best of East Texas 3 years in a row for Insurance Agent. I am an independent agent. I shop the market for you. I specialize in home, commercial, auto, and life. Insurance is foreign to most people. You have to have an agent that is going to look out for your best interests in the coverages that you may not know that you need. If you do not have an insurance agent that is working for you, I would love for you to contact us. We're located on Judson Road. Just look for the green door or call me at 903-235-5658.
We are back. Monsiváis on for the kickoff. Last one he put into the end zone. This one he'll put into the end zone. They're going to run it out. Okay, well, make something happen, and they do. Back to the 25-yard line. Tell you what, Braden Murphy has shown us flashes tonight that he's got a little game. He's got 13 catches, 191 yards on the season, but he's got some speed if they can get the ball to him in space.
Absolutely. I believe earlier he took one to the house that they called on the holding call. So he definitely showed how dynamic he is with his speed.
And we got another injured player. This is another
Lobo there.
Yeah, it's a Lobo this time.
Thomas Roel.
Yep. Roel's walking off on that. That almost looks like cramps. It's not that hot. It was 81 when we started today.
The best weather to start the season off with.
Yeah, but, we've been running some kick coverage guys. They just came in and ran 60, 70 yards, 2 plays? Well, 3-4 plays ago. Now they're out doing it again. Roel's been playing defense as well. It looks like he may have cramped up a little bit.
Yeah, he's been playing a lot more defense, defense tonight too, as they bring him in for the sub package.
First team defense still pretty much out there. Now getting Chris Wilder, number 5 in the game. He's going to line up on the far side as a pass rushing end. We'll see if Lufkin decides that they're willing to throw the football. On first down, they go back to the ground. And this is not Young. They've gone to their second back. I believe that's Gavin Phillips on the carry, who goes for a few. Actually 27, not 26. That's DeMarcus Chin, who's the second string fullback. And Chin goes for about 4. Which, if I'm Lufkin, I don't put Kedron Young back in this game. You're down 42-0. He doesn't play. Back to pass Hammond. That one caught. I believe that's Preston with the catch out around the 48-yard line. First down, Lufkin.
Yeah, he put that ball right on the rope there. It looked like Jaden thought he had a chance to catch the pick, but he was just a little too far away from the receiver.
Gain at 18 on the play. First down, Lufkin. John Barry, Josh Rankin, Scott Hart, Brandon Bonds, Pat House, a defensive coaching staff. Back to the ground they go. Oh, nice little move at the 40-yard line. That's going to get the Panthers to the 32-yard line on another 18-yard gain by DeMarcus Chin.
Excellent play there by the running back, who was able to get Lufkin rolling a little bit. Looked like Longview is kind of playing a little passive right now this drive.
First down at the 32-yard line. 2:30 left to play in the third quarter. That almost looked broken play. Hammond had to keep it himself, and he got to the 30-yard line for a gain of about 2, but it almost looked like his running back Chin was supposed to take the ball and may have turned the wrong way. In fact, now he's patting him on the helmet. There was a miscommunication between the two of them. So 2nd down and 8 on the 2-yard save my life keeper by the quarterback. 4 receivers set. Murphy in the slot, bottom of the screen. Back to Chin, they're going to go again. And fresh legs and a little different running style. And he gets all the way down to about the 24-yard line. And it's going to bring up 3rd down and about 2.
And he's running hungry right now. He's looking like a guy that's trying to get the coach to call some more plays for him.
Gain of 6. This has been the 2nd good drive for the Panthers in this half. They came up with nothing the first time around. Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to go to Chin again. Oh, and he didn't get that first this time. He got stopped and stood up and pushed backward about a yard shy of the 1st down. I think that's a Shepard in there and Smith combining to keep it a 4th and 1.
Of the LHS
Excellent stop by those two, by Zarius Shepard and Billy Smith there. Bring up 4th and short.
Here we go. Watch for the middle of that line again. Snap to Hammond. He's going to throw it this time. Caught for a 1st down by Murphy across the 20 to the 17-yard line. They'll mark him at the 16. Well, it's a risky little play, but down 42-0. What's the risk?
Yeah, playing a little passive there in the secondary. He was able to just flip the ball over there to him.
Gain of 7 on what was 4th down and 2. Lobo's trying to get players off the field and just barely do. 1st down now, 16-yard line. 30 seconds left to play in the 3rd. Chin with another carry. This time Lobo defense has had enough, and they stop him at the 14-yard line after a gain of 2.
Chin on the carry.
And we may get one more play in here in the 3rd quarter. Down to the last 17 seconds. It looks like Lufkin's in no hurry to get a play in. In fact, they're walking out to their guys. The coaching staff they're just going to flip the field. So we're going to take a break. 3rd quarter's in the books. Longview 42, Lufkin zip as we flip sides and move to the other side of the field. We'll come back for the 4th quarter here on Longview Game Day.
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries. And home and auto insurance from State Farm. Combine and save.
Talk to State Farm agent Charlene Ingram today.
We welcome you back for the 4th quarter. Chuck Zach, Keaton Daniels along with you. This is a continuation of a week that's been all Lobos. Longview beat Lufkin's 9th grade 16-0, beat the JV 9-6. And here we are with the varsity 42-0 lead. Handoff again to Chin and just not anything as he stood up at the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 3rd down and about 8.
Yep, the defense is definitely locking themselves in right now. As the last couple of downs here, they've been giving up at minimal gains here to get Lufkin right now in the 3rd and long situation.
They got 3rd down and 8. Hammond back to pass, 2-step drop, pressure coming. He gets away from the first guy, throws middle of the field, and that's going to be incomplete. Boy, it was a dangerous mess. He had bodies all over him. He was big and strong enough he didn't get knocked to the ground, but I'll tell you what, with duress all around him, he threw that into a dangerous spot and got lucky that it's just going to be 4th down.
Oh yeah, his first initial read wasn't there as the defender, Willie Nelson, was jamming the receiver.
All right, 4th down, they're going to go for it. They got to get to the 6. Hammond going to keep this himself.
Oh,
he gets knocked down. Ball comes loose. Lobos are going to fall on it at the 22-yard line, and they stopped them on 4th down again.
Another turnover on downs there by Longview as they actually forced the fumble there. I believe that's our 3rd turnover. That was a big-time hit there by Kason Brooks. I'm sure his brother's probably at home. His older brother, Caden Brooks, is watching the game. He's probably telling him he took a page from him on that one.
Isaiah Horton's the man that recovered the fumble. And it'll be marked at the 22-yard line, and that is where Longview will go back on offense, and we should see a bunch of second-string guys now. You would think we're not going to see much of the starters at this point. So 42-0 to score, and indeed, here we go. Maverick Rowan at quarterback. First down, gain out to the 26-yard line. And on the carry, let's see, that's Boosie with the carry. Good for about 4.
Yep, getting him some extra work in as this is his first full game, even though we didn't finish playing last week.
Yep. Then there's that. Longview up by 6 scores. They've stopped them on 4th down a couple of times. Intercepted a ball in the red zone, had a bad snap punt, and it just keeps going bad for Lufkin. Another handoff inside to the 30-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd down in about 2. You almost wish it would have been last week with homecoming, the way this is going.
Absolutely. I believe we was probably on our way there if we would have continued to keep playing that game.
Now you mentioned at the beginning, it's always special beating rivals. This is definitely a rival. This is feeling a little special.
Yes, Coach King. I gave him a stat earlier today. This is his 22nd. This is his 22nd game as the head coach against them, and he was surprised that it was that many times.
All right, 3rd down and a couple, and Longview is going to look like they're going to push forward for a 1st down. By the way, it was Alex Hawkins on the carry on the play before, and I think they may have given it to him again. And they've got the 1st down, 32-yard line. So we're rolling here in the 4th. Actually, Rowe kept it on the last play to get the 1st down. So a little quarterback keeper for a couple of yards, and the Lobos move forward on Maverick Young's 2-yard gain. Next week we go to Lancaster. I believe we got a 7 o'clock start time. I got to look at that again. I think maybe earlier in the Metroplex though next Friday. Rowe, he's going back to pass this time. Rolling to his left, looking back middle of the field and throw into some traffic, trying to get the ball to a tight end. Tyreek Tennyson was the intended target. We have not said that all year long.
Yep, the first attempt at the tight end all season. He was under some duress because he had a defender that had fell down over him, and he was trying to make the catch at the same time getting over him.
Alex Hawkins checking back into the game as Lobos start bringing in all kinds of bodies. I know on the last play, I didn't get a chance to call his number, but Mason Lundy was in on the last play. He comes out now. 2nd down and 10, 32-yard line. Rowe back to the ground, and maybe a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd down. Short gain on that one. And 3rd and 9's coming up. And it was Boosie on the carry for 1.
Kelvin Washington on the carry.
So 3rd down coming up. Again, we're flipping bodies in and out. It looks like D.D. Williams is checking into the game. Kind of wonder where they're going to use him. He's been the 3rd-string quarterback, but he's been working out at wide receiver as well.
I believe as the season goes on, he's going to play some pivotal part for this offensive team.
And Longview, with all the personnel changes, didn't get the right guys on the field. They'll take a timeout. It comes with 8:33 left to play, and we'll stay here during the break. The schedule from here, we got a game at Lancaster next week. The bye follows that, and then the Lobos go on the road to Forney. Now, Forney, Lancaster, McKinney North, and we weren't sure about Lufkin or not. The next three of those that I mentioned are all road games.
Yes.
Lobos are going to have to go on the road to beat
top twos.
Lancaster, Forney, McKinney North. Now, the other team that's kind of a surprise, Tyler High. We'll get Tyler High here. We've only got a couple of home games left. We'll have a game on the 13th of October against North Mesquite, and then the game on the 27th with Tyler coming in. Everything else is on the road.
Yeah.
So we only had 4 home games this year because of that first game of the season, the one that was at McKinney.
Tough schedule, but at the same time, you don't want to make it easy on yourself. You want to be able to play as well as on the road as you are at home. Especially you want to get yourself playoff ready because we're going to be traveling.
Kiefer Doxey into the game now as he splits out wide left. 3rd down, about 8. Rowe back to pass, thrown middle of the field, a little bit high and out of the reach of Mucky Stewart, and now we'll bring up 4th down. Nice idea, just didn't execute it exactly right. So punting time for the Lobos. Up 42-0. They got a 4th and 8 with 8 minutes and 28 seconds left to play. And Keaton Daniels going to start heading down to the field. And we're going to be joined by Dr. Wayne Guidry, Superintendent of Finance here at Longview ISD. Nice to see you, sir.
Let's go, Lobos.
There you go. High snap. Having to go back to get it. Monsivius got it. In trouble. Can he get rid of it? He does get rid of the kick with a guy hanging on him. It takes a Lobo bounce. Why not? Inside the 45 to the 40-yard line. Hello. A 30-yard punt may not look like much, but with all that was, what a great play by punter John Monsivius. And Longview is going to go back on defense, 8:08. We've got you up here because there's big news brewing for Longview ISD.
Absolutely.
Tell us.
I tell people, every day we sit in central office and make decisions, the best decisions we can for our students. Once a month we come before the board, make decisions as a board, superintendent. And once about every 10 to 15 years, we come together as a community. We make big decisions. And that's what we're doing. We're trying to communicate with the community about a November 7th bond election that we have got coming up. And I just want to encourage our community to go to our website and find out the details and the facts about this upcoming bond. We held an election last May, and I was just amazed at all the misinformation out there on the streets of Longview.
Which is the worst thing. If
Absolutely.
you're going to vote, you want to vote on informed, right stuff. Whether
Absolutely.
you like it or whether you don't, you want it to be right.
Hey, our kids don't need us to make good decisions. They need us to make great decisions. We're dealing with our future right here. And we've got to make great decisions. We play great football. We've got great athletic teams. And we need great decisions to, facilitate what's going on in our classrooms.
And by the way, Lufkin's gone to their 2nd-string quarterback, Javion Johnson, who ran that ball for 5 yards. Brings up 3rd down and about 5 as we're down under 7.5 to play. And we're talking to Dr. Wayne Guidry because what's the date for bond election now?
So Election day is November 7th,
okay,
and early voting begins October 23rd.
Perfect.
So deadline to register to vote is October 10th.
All right, 3rd down. Johnson going to keep this himself. He's got a 1st down as he falls forward across the 50 down to the 47-yard line. Lufkin will pick up a 1st down with 6:45 left to play. What's the most important thing you want folks to know as they get ready to decide if they support this or not?
You know, we start every, anytime we're talking about spending money, we start off with assessing what the needs are of the district. And one of our biggest needs is this campus right here. Okay. It's 50 years old, and we currently have started the school year with 8 classroom teachers that don't have classrooms to teach in. So they're having to share classrooms with other teachers. We have a little theater that we currently have 2 classes taking place at the same time. And we just run out of space in this building. This building needs to be renovated, and we need more space for our classroom teachers.
It was DeMarcus Chin, by the way, with a carry down to the 28-yard line. Another first down for Lufkin. So we know the high school is going to need some work. Where else is money going to be spent in the bond?
One of our highest priorities that's new to this bond election is safety and security upgrades at every one of our campuses. I tell our educators every year, our second priority is to educate kids. Our first priority is to keep them safe. So every one of our campuses will receive security upgrades. And starting with this campus, we will put a perimeter fence all the way around this high school. So during the instructional day, there's one way in and one way out, and it's through our guard shack.
And that's the world we live in now.
Right.
That's exactly the world we live in now.
Absolutely.
Most schools, if you haven't done it on your own, the state's basically mandating you've got to increase security.
Right.
All right, on second down after the 5-yard false start, Javion Johnson going nowhere. He's dropped back at the 35. It'll bring up second down and now about 17 for Lufkin as we're down to 5.5 to play. In addition to perimeter fence, what else is part of the safety and security?
A lot of our campuses, we're going to address the doors. And what we'd like to do is have interior doors that stay locked all the time, and that the only way they can be unlocked is through a badge that a teacher has. And so...
Boy, big tackle that time. Longview's defense stops Chin. That's another loss. It's going to bring up third down and about 20 now.
So interior doors, exterior doors, make sure they're locked down. They are already currently locked down. And we also want to put ballistic film around all of our windows in the district. We've started that.
Yep.
We received grant funds to do that, and we want to finish that job up with bond funds.
Johnson back to pass, completes that, but well short of the first down. It's going to bring up fourth down and about 13 on the short completion, and the Lobos pinning their ears back here with one more offensive play potentially for Lufkin before the Lobos take back over again.
And I just had one more thing. Another major priority is to build an early learning center. We currently have between 150 and 200 kids that are on waiting lists that can't get into our Playing for Keeps campus or our Montessori campus. And so we just want to provide more space for those students.
Johnson completes that pass, but it's not going to be near the first down, way short of the line to gain, which needed to be the 18-yard line. Panthers will turn the ball over on downs with 4:32 left to play, and Longview's defense holds on to the shutout. So definitely stuff at the other campuses beyond just the high school as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're going to touch every one of them. Another big renovation is and this is unique to Longview, we built 85% of the district back in 2008 with all of our new campuses, elementary and junior high. Well, we're coming up on 15 years, which means all of those HVAC units, they're all about to go out. And you can't spend your operating money to replace all of that. If you do, you would go broke and you couldn't pay our teachers.
That's right. First down, Maverick Rowe still in there at quarterback as the Lobos take over at the 22-yard line to the ground and up the middle. Boosie to the 30-yard line, gain of about 7. It'll be second down and 3. Actually, that was Hawkins on the carry. Excuse me. He picks up 7. 42-0 Lobos with the lead. This has been an impressive ball game.
It has been. I said that punt just a second ago. I think that was one of the most impressive plays of the night.
You're not kidding. You're really not. Monsalvez did a great job to maintain his composure and get rid of that ball. All right, second down and 3. Longview with under 3.5 to play as we snap the ball. Inside handoff, and looking like that's going to be enough for the first down up to around the 34-yard line. Let's see where they mark this. Well, they're going to say no. Knee went down early. Lundy was the ball carrier, and he actually got no gain on the play, so it'll be third down in a few.
Hey, I want to thank you for the time tonight, and I just want to encourage our community to get involved. Go to our website. We'll get a lot of information up there. We're going to continue adding information. And if you have questions, contact us.
You bet.
I hear this criticism all the time that they can't trust us with the money. Hey, we're probably put more information out there about what we do with our funds through our board agendas than any district in East Texas. And
there you goes Maverick Rowe. How about a first down and more? He's bumped out of bounds at about the 43-yard line, but continuing the trend of Lobo quarterbacks running tonight, it'll be another first down for Longview with 3 minutes left to play.
Absolutely. So I just want to say, it's great to be a Lobo, and it's a big community decision. Let's get informed as a community and make great decisions for our kids. They're depending on us. We got 8,200 kids that come to our campus, and they depend on us to make great decisions for their future.
There you go. You say you don't trust with the money. You trust with your kids.
Yeah.
You trust with your kids every day.
Yeah.
You trust us with the money, too.
Yep. I think when you compare us to surrounding districts, we are more transparent than anybody. When you look at the information we put out on our board books every month, everything we do, we put out there for them.
And have been good stewards of money if you look at tax rates.
Right.
We know the tax rates for the last several years have been actually reducing, not increasing.
Right. Yeah, we're doing actually another 18.5-cent reduction this year.
Right.
And most important, let me tell you, everybody wants to know how much it's going to cost me. And so if your home is valued at $200,000, this bond will ask for $10 a year or 83 cents a month.
Okay.
So for both Proposition and Proposition A and B, and you can find that on our website, all the details in there, $10 a year for the average homeowner.
There you go. Your kids are worth $10 a year.
Absolutely.
There you go.
You can go to Cane's Chicken and get the #1 basket for $10.59. So
we got a flag before we got going there. Wayne Gittery, it's great to visit with you. Thank you for coming up, by the way. And good luck. All right, we got a flag on the play before we got that snap off. Stop. We'll stop the clock with 2:07 left, and we'll move the Lobos back 5 yards on the false start. But it has been a great night for Longview tonight. Lufkin came in, and we mentioned it earlier, unbeaten 3-0, very similar to last year. Have an outstanding running back who's heading to Notre Dame after he finishes high school. They kind of got the feeling like this is their time, and they ran into a Lobo team that was more than ready for them tonight and have just been dominant. And I don't know if not even more dominant than last year. And they beat them 56-7 last year. Rowe with a handoff. Hawkins, lost the football, and I think he may have fallen right back on it. Nope, it skipped away from him.
And it's good to see some kids a little lower on the depth chart getting to experience this rivalry when you've got a game that's kind of this far out of hand this late. And some of this playing time is going to come in pretty handy down the road when you've got some injuries to deal with and some experience stuff that pops up.
And Jalen Taylor got into it with one of the secondary guys for Lufkin. They pulled them apart. The flag was thrown, however, as it stops the clock with 1:33. Lobos still had the football on the short gain to the 45-yard line.
And selfishly, I've already got the final score graphic made,
do you?
Chuck. So I'm hoping we can end this end the game here with this drive.
Oh no.
But
somebody's going to take
this.
There's
no wood to knock on, so it'll definitely be 49-0.
No, somebody's going to score another one before this is over. We still got 1:33. You got young guys out there that don't get all that playing time, and they want to get to the end zone.
Yeah, a lot of fun watching these Lobos tonight. I expected to see us come out and kind of exert our will up front, but my goodness, Chuck, I did not expect to see us win the line of scrimmage like we did every single play tonight.
All right, we've got 3rd down and 12 now at the 45-yard line. Rowe back to pass. He's looking deep. Got a guy caught at the 30-yard line and knocked out of bounds. That's enough for the first down. They needed to get to the 33. They did better than that. First down. And let me see on the catch. Was that 80?
So it was.
I can't tell.
86.
That was 86 is who that
86.
was. That's Decaden Carter.
We may need to have Lobo Nation vote whether or not I should be allowed to have a third headset up here on Friday nights.
Yeah. Well, ball's at the 30-yard line. Now it looks like the Lobos probably going to start taking knees.
I know what Chuck wants.
They're gonna hold on to that score for you, it looks like. Let's see. Yeah, Rowe's going to go back and take a knee, so they'll do that one more time. You can keep your graphic. That counts. And it looks as though the Lobos are going to one more time send home the Lufkin Panthers with an L.
A big L, Chuck.
They're going to go to 3-1. Longview's going to go to 3-1, but more importantly, it's the district record of 1-0 for Longview now. And how about some quick stats as we're going to get ready to wrap things up on another knee here. For the game tonight, Taylor Tatum had 17 carries for 82 yards and a couple of touchdowns. Andrew Tutt had 4 carries, 32 yards and a score. Maverick Rowe, 2 for 29. Buster Mumphrey, 4 carries, 19 yards and a touchdown. Alex Hawkins had 4 for 15. Boosie Washington, 3 for 9. Mason Lundy had 1 for none. On the passing side of things, Tutt was 5 of 9, 149 and 2 scores. Rowe 1 for 3, 15 yards. Receiving the ball, Reese had 1 for 55. Boosie 1 for 51, and that's going to do it. They're going to walk him to the sideline and go shake hands with a 42-0 win. On the other side for the Panthers, Kedron Young, 21 carries, 63 yards only, no touchdowns. Chin had 9 for 49, Johnson 3 for 11. Throwing the football, TJ Hammond 7 of 14, 83 yards and 2 interceptions tonight. The big numbers that matter are the final stats. Obviously the biggest ones, 42-0. Lobos 17 first downs to 11. They carried the ball 35 times, 186 yards. They gave up 37 carries, 132 yards to Lufkin. 164 yards passing tonight for Longview, so they finished with 350 yards on the button. Lufkin had 9 of 17 for 98 yards, so Lufkin had 230 yards of total offense today. Interceptions tonight. Willie Nelson got 1. Jaden Simmons got 1. Nelson had an impressive punt return. Montevious with a athletic saving a down punt. That's not going to show up anywhere, but was a pretty cool play nonetheless. And the Panthers come into Longview and end kind of like every other trip to Longview has for them. This is their 7th loss in a row in this series. And we are set up now for a showdown, despite the fact some luster's off of it. Lancaster losing last night to McKinney North does not diminish the fact that at the beginning of the year, these were the number 2 and 3 teams in the state. They will meet next week in Lancaster.
And I'll tell you what, I'm not sure that had rather Lancaster come into this game 3-0. An angry defeated Lancaster at home against a team that they haven't been able to beat for a few years. We've got a big-time fight on our hands next Friday night, Chuck.
Well, they're either going to be an angry team or they're going to be a deflated team because the year has not gone the way they expected it was going to go. Scores around the area before we let you go tonight. Tyler beat North Mesquite 21-6 tonight. So the Lions are 1-0. Forney finished off West Mesquite 69-0. Forney is going to be 1-0. So, again, I said it earlier, Longview, Forney, McKinney North, Tyler all finished the first week, top the standings with 1-0 records. All right, we're going to run out of time. We want to let you go. Appreciate you guys again. Thanks so much, Keaton Daniels, for being with us. He's down the field. And as we do each week before we leave you, we'll say what the great James Brewer said, walking the halls of Longview High School, go be somebody. For Frank Sides, I'm Chuck Zach. Thanks for joining us here on Longview Game Day.